moment to remember Congressman.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one moment.
Start over.
Yep. Go ahead. Tanisha, are we ready on your end?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, we're getting some stuff on our end, so go ahead, Frank.
Okay, guys, before we begin, I just want to take a moment to remember Congressman John Lewis. He was an American hero. He taught us that nonviolent, peaceful protests are patriotic and good. Obviously, he was a force behind the Voting Rights Act being signed into law, and his example will live on and be followed forever. So he will be missed. I'll take questions.
Do you guys want to turn your volume up just a little bit? Sounds like you're far away, Coach.
Say that again.
I can hear it. It just sounds like you're a little far away.
That's as loud as it is. It's at the highest.
All right, we'll just go on.
All right. Well, Mike Trudell is going to start us off.
Okay, Coach, thanks for that note. It's Mike Trudell from Los Angeles, and just want to start you with some nuts and bolts, if we could. Make sure who's in the starting lineup, who's able to play today, including AD with the eye.
Yeah, the starting lineup we anticipated with KCP, Danny Green at the wings, LeBron at the point, Anthony will play and will start, and JaVale McGee at center.
Frank, what are you looking for just in terms of minutes, and how do you think about this and as a ramp up to the postseason, which is not so far away, versus just thinking about continuing what you did in the scrimmages?
Well, we have to continue to be smart with the minutes and look at it as a ramp up. Even though we've had some significant practice time and a few scrimmages, we're still coming off of a 4-month hiatus, so we'll be as intelligent and reasonable with minutes as we can be.
Allie, you can take it.
Great. Kyle, Tanya?
Anthony was practicing. We saw pictures of him practicing in rec specs. It looked like he was just warming up without. What's the process of taking a look at those and deciding whether or not he needed them?
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to if he's made a final decision on that. I know he's tried them out in practice yesterday, and as you mentioned, pregame tonight. I'm sure he's just measuring whether he wants to wear them or not. I don't know if there's a final decision made. I don't know.
Frank, did you see the national anthem at the Jazz Pelicans game?
I did.
What was your reaction to that?
It's powerful, moving, and I fully support the way they did it.
Do you anticipate you guys doing something similar?
I'll see you in an hour or so.
Tanisha?
Okay, we're going to go with Dan Weike.
Hey, Frank. LeBron is 35 years old, and I think for some of us there were some questions about how physically he would handle this amount of layoff. Would it be good for him? Would it disrupt his routine? What have you seen from him physically? And do you ever just kind of marvel at his sustainability?
Yes, I certainly marvel at his sustainability, the way he maintains his body and the commitment that he has really around the clock, around the calendar, has been one of the most impressive things about seeing him up close. Obviously, I've competed against him for many years, but just seeing that up close is, has been super impressive. And, since he's been back, he's no surprise, he's appeared in very good shape. Like all of our players, there's going to be an element of rhythm and timing coming back after the long layoff. So, we'll see how that plays out.
Bill Oram?
Thanks, Tanisha. Frank, after all that your team has kind of, if we just stick to since the season ended, just the uncertainty of the season resuming and getting to Orlando, and obviously the testing, what's the weight of the moment feel like to get back on the floor, resume this title chase that you guys had obviously been on throughout the year? What can you kind of describe this moment?
Yeah, it's just excitement. We've got a really good team. So it was disappointing to have to stop where we were. Obviously, for me, I just want to make sure that we're able to pick back up where we left off as closely as possible. Obviously, our personnel has changed a little bit. When your team is not together the way we were at that time and building our habits every day, your habits slip and you have to reestablish those. So, hopefully we can use these eight games to do that and win as many games as possible and be as sharp as we can going into the playoffs. But The moment feels good. I'm super excited to be back playing basketball, playing meaningful basketball, coaching meaningful basketball, and I'm excited about what our group can do.
Yeah, Coach, it's Anthony Slater. Just wondering if there's any type of minute cap on your main guys tonight and how deep in the rotation you probably think you might go.
I'm going to go at least 10, maybe 11 guys into the rotation. You know, we use a lot of guys, and you know, there's no hard cap on our main guys other than do it responsibly and, you know, keep the minutes reasonable.
Jim Alexander.
Yeah, Frank. The first 3 Laker Clipper games this year have felt like big games. Given the atmosphere, given the conditions, given everything that's gone on, where would this one rank in comparison to those? Does it feel like a big game? Does it just feel like a ramp up? How do you feel about that?
Well, the first thing in comparison to those for me is the crowd at those games was absolutely electric. You know, because it's both teams playing in the same city with championship aspirations. That's going to be missing from tonight's contest. However, we know that this is a team that we likely are going to face at some point in the playoffs and have to beat, you know, to receive the ultimate prize. So it does have a little bit of that big game feel for sure.
Throwing it back to you, Allie.
Kyle, Tanya? No? All right, I think we're good. Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you, Frank.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody on Zoom. Thanks.